What's up, family? This is SportsProbe with BE Seymore. Just want to talk some sports. Trying to do something new, starting a new year, do it the right way. I've been in this business for almost 30 years now. I've been giving everybody information, working for CBS, Fox, WFAN, radio. I've had various radio stations and TV stations around the United States. And now I just want to speak my own mind on what's going on. And I want to start off with the college football playoffs. That's going to start today, 3:30. Alabama, Cincinnati. Everybody thinks Alabama's just going to blow them out, and I don't see that happening. Alabama's going to win, 13-17. But it's going to be a dog fight throughout the whole game. So be prepared for that. And with this young Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young, throwing for over 4,300 yards and 43 touchdowns. He's a manufactured quarterback in my mind with a system that allows him to do that with some of the best receivers in the country. But again, it'll be a defensive game early, and Nick Saban's not losing this game. So I mean, everybody already figuring that, Cincinnati might. No, Cincinnati is not going to win this game. 31-17, I got that as the score. The 7:30 game, Michigan and Georgia. It's going to be a defensive game. It is. Both teams play defense to the best in the country, and I see it as being a 24-20 Georgia victory. If Georgia doesn't win, or at least get to the national championship game, as far as I'm concerned, to be honest, if they don't win the national championship this year, they will never win it because it's too much parity in college football. So I take Georgia beating Michigan 24-20. 24-20, I see that. We got coming up the NFL playoffs. The NFL schedule this week is very interesting because there's a lot of playoff implications. So I'm going to run down my picks and the games that are most important. I'm going to start with the games that aren't important because that is more important to tell you who I think is going to win, but yet it don't mean nothing. New England's going to beat Jacksonville. Tampa's going to beat the Jets. Philly and Washington. Philly needs the game. Washington's going to play hard. They just, Montez Sweat, prayers go out to him and his family in regards to Montez's brother being shot and killed. So we need to pay homage on that. But Philly's going to win that game. But that's a setup game because when guys come out after something like that, they play harder. All athletes know, something like that, everybody come out and play harder. I wouldn't be surprised Washington keep it close, but I think Philly needs the game on the road in Washington. I don't know. I might have to change my pick on that one. Philly needs the game, but Washington playing in a different. I'm gonna take Washington in that game. I'm gonna take the Washington football team in that game, winning for their team. I'm gonna take that game. Chargers in Denver. Nick Fangio needs a win, but Chargers are the most weirdest team because they have a great quarterback, a great defense with Joey Bosa. I don't understand them, but they gotta win this game. They gotta win this game if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. So I think Chargers will win that game. My 49ers, as you can see, Houston won last week, but they ain't even winning this week. New Orleans and Carolina. New Orleans has to win this game. See, these are must-game wins. So I see New Orleans winning that game. Seattle and Detroit. Seattle need to win. They're going to win just because Russell Wilson is frustrated. they'll win that game. And then the Green Bay Minnesota game. Green Bay is better. We all know that. But these are those games that Minnesota trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. It's gonna be close. If Aaron Rodgers play all 4 quarters, they'll win the game. So I'll take Green Bay. Atlanta, Buffalo. Buffalo need to win the game, and they'll win it over Atlanta. Chicago, New York is not even a game that we even care about, but um, I'll take Chicago in that game. The big games this week: Miami, Tennessee. Both teams need a win. It's in Tennessee. Depending on the weather, I think Tennessee comes on top. This Kansas City Cincinnati game is intriguing to me because Joe Burrow is a beast, and their defense is a beast. But Patrick Mahomes and the crew are coming in, rounding into form, playoff form, and they need a signature win on the road. And I think Kansas City will get that. The Vegas Raiders and Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a better team. They just are, but Raiders will win this game. I just see it. Kevin Tucker going out to you, baby. I think the Raiders will win this game. And then that Arizona-Dallas game, to me, is a toss-up. Kyler Murray can't lose 3 games in a row. He just can't. He can't. Dallas has shown us that their defense is much better than last year. And they can put points on the board. And in Dallas, they should win the game. But because they're not fighting for the NFC East title and they've already won it, I just see Arizona winning that game. Um, and then on Monday night, that Pittsburgh-Cleveland game is interesting because Pittsburgh really need to win. And all y'all Pittsburgh fans is, we back in the race, whatever. But guess what? Cleveland is playing desperate. They're playing desperate. And when a desperate team need to win, they win. So I take Cleveland over Pittsburgh. I just take Cleveland over Pittsburgh. I just think they'll win that game because they gotta win it if they want to stay in contention. And if Baker want a home next year to play at, okay. So that's where I'm at with that. And as I said to you earlier, I'm looking at the college football quarterbacks. Coming out in 2022, it's them pickings. It is. It's them pickings. My 5th-rated quarterback is the Cincinnati quarterback, Desmond Ridder. I mean, he's thrown for 30 touchdowns. He's had only 8 picks, but they're a run offense. And, again, like I said earlier, they're not beating Alabama. So I can't see that happening. Malik Willis is an unknown, under-the-table, underground guy from Nevada. He's more of a not as talented Lamar Jackson. But he's a good quarterback. So we should be watching him in the combine. Matt Carroll out of Ole Miss, played with Lane Kiffin this year. Did a good job. I mean, his stats are good. 27 in touchdown pass, 12 picks, but ain't scaring nobody. He ain't really do nothing to make me think he's a big time quarterback coming in the NFL. Sam Howell though is an intriguing prospect. North Carolina with Mac Brown, 23 touchdown passes. Actually 27 touchdown passes this year, and he actually played better as the year went on, and he was supposed to be the top-rated quarterback coming out. He's my 2nd pick to come out in the draft, so we're going to watch him and see what he does in the combine. And then my number 1 quarterback coming out this year is Kenny Pickett, and he's out of Pittsburgh. 42 touchdown passes. He surpassed the great Dan Marino for the single-season touchdown mark. And the thing about him that I like is that not only does he uplift his team, but he uplifts the whole environment that he's in Pittsburgh. And he's brought a winning attitude to that culture down in Pittsburgh. So I think he's the number one quarterback coming out this year. So, simple show. Not trying to go overboard or underboard or anything. I'm going to give it a little bit more as I go along. But at the end of the day, this is the first cast. And, I take any suggestions and I take any um, thing that you could say to make me better and be better. I picked what I picked because that's what was on my mind today. And I didn't work this up for a whole week or nothing like. No, I did it today because that's just how I felt after listening to sports today. The COVID situation is extremely tough in all leagues. I mean, not just college football, but Major League Baseball. When they played, it was tough. But then the NBA with all of the COVID situations, NFL, which had over 200 players go down. The NHL just started back out, hockey. So they just started back up. So you got to be mindful right now of where we are, what we doing. Are we staying safe? Are we doing the right thing? People crying about masks and stuff like that. I keep a mask on all the time. Know what? Because I'm not trying to get sick. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't be either. So if you don't want to get vaccinated, that's your choice. That's your opinion. I'm not mad at nobody. But for me, I've been vaccinated. I've had the booster. That's what I did. That ain't got nothing to do with you. I just appreciate you guys tuning in to me on SportsProbe. Again, I'm BE Seymore. You can hit me at SeymourBarry15@gmail.com. And I'll get a Twitter page and all that other stuff like that. But, I mean, I'm at that point where I'm like, I'm just starting out. I've been in the business for 30 years, so I figured, well, why not give it a shot? I know that I've been giving information to some of the best broadcasters in the business for years, and the great John Madden passed away, and I worked on his crew. And the one thing that he always used to say to me, he's like, hey, man, you can do what you want to do. He used to say that to me. And him passing kind of hit me hard. I didn't know it was early in the morning, and he was a great man. He was a great man. He was a great NFL coach. He was an outstanding broadcaster, and he didn't even think he could do that. I can remember us all sitting down having a meeting at CBS when he was there, and he was just saying, I don't do this all the time. I just say what I say, and that's what John Madden, that's what he was, and he brought a lot of people together, not only just with him being a coach, not only with him being an NFL Super Bowl winner, Hall of Famer, but as a broadcaster, he redefined the art of announcing a game and analyzing a game, and it has affected many broadcasters over the years, and I've seen it first and foremost. So, I just want to pay homage to somebody who I felt like was a friend, and he was a good man. He was a good man. John Madden's gone too soon, but he lived a good life, and he did what he did, and he was the best at it. So I say that as BE Seymore as I sign off to you today, and I say to you, you know what? Everybody be safe. Do the right thing. Don't let your feelings for this, that, and the other take away from you being healthy. That's all I can say. BE Seymore signing out. Sports Pro with music. See you next time. Peace.